It's time to bring it home with ehomedelivery.com, an exciting new home-based business.
Giving you the opportunity to work from home with no employees, no overhead, and no headaches.
So what is this exciting new business? Well, we're a wholesale online grocery store, selling all the name brand products your family has come to know and trust. Just go to our website and sign up as a new member. Add your favorite products to your shopping cart.
You'll find thousands of name brand items to choose from.
After you place your online order, it will go directly to our fulfillment center for processing,
where we will prepare your order for shipping.
Place it on a truck or on a plane, and then have it locally delivered right to your front door.
ehomedelivery.com can save your family precious time and money.
We can show you how to achieve financial independence,
or just a part-time income working from home.
Just by sharing your grocery savings and the ease and convenience of the website, you can change your financial future by spreading the word to your friends and family. So bring it home and start building your business today.
Grocery shopping is something we all need to do, week in and week out.
What better way to build a company than by showing people how to save money on products they're consuming every day? Now you have the opportunity to shape a happier and wealthier future. Reclaim your freedom. Now take action. Secure your financial future and provide your family with the security and the happiness they deserve. So join us today and change the lives of your family, friends, and everyone you know. Experience renewed hope for your present and your future. It's time to bring it home with ehomedelivery.com.
I want to take some time now and show you how the TouchSmart IQ 770 can fit into your life. First of all, it's running under Windows Vista Home Premium Edition, so it's got some tremendous versatility. For example, it is a media center PC, meaning not only can you surf the internet and do word processing with it, but it can also become your PVR, or personal video recorder, so you can record and view all of your TV shows and videos. So imagine, you can call up a recipe while you're making dinner, or you could watch TV while eating breakfast, or a movie while you're doing the dishes, or play back music while you're putting those dishes away. In fact, in smaller apartments and condominiums, you might have this as your only entertainment center and computer all in one. The 19-inch display is just fine for 1 or 2 people watching a movie. So as I mentioned earlier, it's not just for kitchens, but in kitchens, oh, it excels. Let me show you HP's Smart Center, which is the software I have running here. This is kind of a central nervous system for all family activities. We have calendar applications, we have photo applications, we have time, and we have TV and video and music applications, as well as access to the internet along the bottom. Now you can customize this interface depending on what you want to do, but as it sits here, it works pretty well. I want to start with the calendar application, because calendars are at the heart of families. Who's going where and who's going when, organizing the family activities, that's one of the places that this computer really excels. So when I call up the calendar, we're brought into this little interface here, which gives us kind of a message board area with post-it notes, and then a dynamic calendar. So we can set appointments by simply touching on any date within the calendar. It makes the calendar go full screen. Now we can go into the individual days, and we can add appointments just by touching on the time. It brings up a little interface that allows us to add notes. Now we can use the keyboard here to put in appointments, or we can even bring up a little on-screen keyboard so you can continue to use the touch screen interface if you choose for putting in your appointments. It works really nicely, and now we have one place with all of the family's appointments living. That's a great start. But there's some other things here that are really nice in this area as well. We can record little voice memos here, so you can give people messages. You can leave them for them. For example, here's a message for Steve. Somebody's left me a message. It just says, "Steve, I better listen." So I can go into the microphone here and I can have a listen.
Hey Steve, don't forget to stop at the grocery store on the way home. We need cottage cheese, milk, and eggs so you can make your lasagna. Bye.
What was left unsaid there is apparently I'm making dinner tonight. Okay, so we can leave those sort of little messages there. And you can also take these, and if you've made a note about something, you can grab that saying Tuesday is garbage day, don't forget. Okay, I can take that note about Tuesday and I can drag it over and I can drop it on the calendar on Tuesday so people don't forget Tuesday is garbage day. So there's lots of different ways to make this interface work for you. I want to go back to the home screen now, and I want to show you the photo center here as well, because photos are really at the heart of much of family's life. And the integration of the IQ770 and HP's PhotoSmart printers is very cool. It basically turns this computer here into a photo kiosk. Now with this setup, anytime you want to make a print for a friend or a family member, you can do so just with a few touches of the screen. So let me show you how that all works. We're brought into a photo management area, and we can actually retouch photos and do a fair bit of work right here within that area. And if Aunt Shirley is over and she really likes this picture of me and Emma, well, I can just print it off for her in a heartbeat. And sharing your photos with friends and family is one of the real joys of digital photography. Now, these photos are not throwaways. HP's Vivera inks and paper give you a quality that's really every bit as good as photo finishers, and prints they'll last for generations at a cost that's comparable to photo labs. But it's the convenience and the reward of sharing the pictures right away is what this system is really all about. I love this idea. And if you buy your supplies in value packs like this, it means you can produce prints for less than 36 cents per print. So it's very economical as well. And the quality, well, just doesn't get any better. Now, one last thing is this is a regular computer as well. If we pull out the wireless keyboard, we can use it as a normal computer, browsing the internet, doing word processing, all those sorts of things. So if it's sitting on a kitchen desk, well, the kids can do all of their homework and all their socializing right under your watchful eyes. It will do everything that your old desktop PC will do and a lot more. A computer in the kitchen? I love the idea. For a busy family, what could be better? And guys, if you position the computer just right, I bet you can even watch the big game at dinner. But don't tell your wife I told you.
Hi, my name is Sean Lay, and I'm a sous chef at Harrah's Ak Chin. Today we're making some fresh Reubens, fresh corned beef Reuben, or a fresh turkey Reuben. I started out cooking with my mom at about 7 years old. We have our fresh sliced corned beef, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, rye bread, and Swiss cheese. So one of the first real experiences I had was cooking for my younger sister's birthday party. I think it's just being able to find something new that I personally haven't tried. How are you today, sir? Good. Would you like a corned beef sandwich? And taking a generic item like an eggplant and creating a dish that basically makes your tongue dance in your mouth, because just so many flavors and so many experiences with one simple item that can draw them back to Harrah's or any restaurant that they happen to go to. Today, I think it's going to be our spaghetti carbonara, bacon, peas, cream, spaghetti. Made it fresh this morning. Take a lot of time to come up with new sauces every day. So you have to have new recipes, new products, try them out, play around with it, different flavors, to really expose people to something that they're going to enjoy.
Okay, for this dining area here, you have a couple of, I like this aquarium that you have because it's actually just enough water that you need for this room. Water is also one of the 5 elements that you need to remedy a space. And for water, it always needs to be clean, always needs to be running constantly. For this room, for the size of the room, that's why the floor plan is very important with the measurements, because I measure out the size of the room and the calculation tells me exactly how much water you need for the size of the room. So for this size of the room, this 8-gallon here is just I recommend putting it there since you already have a table there, and you can keep it running. Another thing is when you have an aquarium, you want to keep the lid open, not to close it, because water needs to be exposed to the environment for it to be working for you. So it can't be covered up. And also, any kind of animal in the house, whether it's fish or reptiles or cats or dogs, are always good energy. That's why you want to take care of them, keep them happy, because they take care of you.
You know, there's really no such thing as a houseplant. Plants want to be outdoors. Our indoor environments are very dark, shady, if you will, and without a good amount of sunlight, they're just not going to thrive indoors. Let's talk about some of those plants for low light areas. One of my favorite plants is the Chinese evergreen, or Aglaonema. It puts up with low to medium light and comes in a wide variety of styles, different heights, and many different interesting leaf patterns. There are many good Dracaenas that also do well in medium to low light. Warneckii is a good example of one that really brightens the area. I like the variegated leaves that are offered in many of our houseplants as a way of adding interest to the home. And when it comes to really low light areas, the Spathiphyllum, or closet plant, is the queen of the home. This one can put up with less light than any other species. It produces these little spaths, or bloom structures, that then turn white and can be quite attractive. In order to have success with houseplants, you want to make sure and not overwater them. We do tend to overwater our houseplants too often, and that just causes root rot. In the low light environment, they just don't use as much water as they would in a bright outdoor environment. Secondly, don't try to over-fertilize. You can't replace light with extra fertilizer, and that just creates additional problems. And then, if you'll move them periodically to a brighter environment to let them gather some light, produce carbohydrates, and replenish their strength, then you can move them back in. For more tips on success with low-light houseplants, check out our Gardening with Skip website. With your common sense tip on success with low-light houseplants, I'm Skip Richter.
I'm Jo Pratt, and I'm here at the Xylus and Cole & Mason new product launch. The first thing I do for setting the scene around my table is to create a theme. If, for example, I'm going to be serving something Asian, I might do something like put some banana skins out as placemats, do some nice chopsticks, put some lovely oriental flowers on the table, and just keep it all within the theme of the food. The second thing I do for designing my table is to think about the lighting. There's nothing worse than having tall candles right in the middle of somebody's face when you're trying to talk to them. Keep the lighting low, maybe using some night light, and then have some soft, subtle lighting around the rest of the room. My final tip is all around the food. Sharing food has become such a big thing at the moment. There's nothing nicer than having big pots of food that you can all help yourself to. But bear in mind you need to keep smaller plates in front of you to eat the food off, otherwise you'll have no room left on the table.